time, weather, and...
Hello and welcome to Driving with Todd. And I'm Todd. Hello everyone. We're going to do a request. This request comes in from my reaction to Sissel and the Four Tenors doing the song O Sol Mio. The YouTuber making the request goes by the name of Wikipedia Man. And Wikipedia Man writes this: please react to Sissel doing Summertime with 3 hearts. And I thought, I got this request about 2 months ago, maybe a little over a month or 2 months ago. Just recently, I got another request for a different song by Sissel. I remembered this one and I thought, I haven't done Sissel in a long time. And I like Sissel. I think she's got a great voice. So I thought, well, I'll go back and do the earlier request first, and then we'll pick up this more current request. So be watching for another Sissel reaction in the near future. But what about this song? Sissel doing Summertime. Well, what's interesting is Sissel was 18 in 1987 and appeared on TV for the first time on a Danish television program, and I think it's pronounced Under Rundt. Under Rundt. And it's hosted by Hans Otto Bisgaard. Well, she performed Summertime on that program. So it was one of the first songs that she ever did on TV. I think I might have found that video. I'm not sure. But I found a video of her live on television from May of 1987. So I thought, hey, let's listen to that. Because, again, that's one of her earliest recordings. And I thought it'd be kind of cool to hear what she sounded like when she was 18 years old. Well, then I was looking to see what else was out there for Summertime by Sissel. And there's a lot of live performances for her. But then I found one that she did live in 2017, 30 years later. So I thought that'd be kind of cool to see the change in how she performs this song from 1987 now to 2017. Has she changed it up, or does she perform it in the same way? So I thought that'd be kind of interesting to do. Well, the song Summertime is almost a standard. It was written by George Gershwin, the music portion, and lyrics were by Du Bois Haywood, and it was also, some of the lyrics were written by Ira Gershwin. They wrote this in 1934 for a 1935 opera called Porgy and Bess. It's kind of a jazz song, and when I looked it up, it has been covered by over 3,000 artists to date. That's crazy. This is a very popular song. The one I remember the most in my mind was in 1968, Big Brother and the Holding Company put out their second album called Cheap Thrills, and Janis Joplin did a phenomenal job of Summertime on that album. Go check it out if you haven't heard it yet. So let's see if Sissel can beat Janis Joplin at her own game. So here we go with Sissel performing Summertime in 1987, and then we're going to follow that up with her performing it in 2017.
Summertime.
Wow. Yeah, this is remarkable. 18 years old, first time on TV, and she's killing the song. And what's interesting, this could easily be a cappella. She wouldn't need the guy playing the acoustic bass behind her. She could easily have done this without that. But I think what the bass does, it gives it a little bit of depth, and it gives it a little bit more of a jazz feel. She's singing it in a kind of a jazzy way, very, very slow, very, very methodical, getting out every word. I think that's kind of cool. And she's got that great soprano voice, singing at a little higher range. And that bass is lower, so it's kind of complementing her voice, and it's filling in a little bit of dead air during the performance. But and again, it gives it that more of a jazz feel, and she's just pulling right into that bass guitar. But I think, or bass, stand-up bass, I think she could have done this a cappella very well, and it would still be like perfect. So let's keep on going.
One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings, and you'll take the sky. But till that morning, those are nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mommy standing
Ah, that was incredible. That was really good. 18 years old, and she just hit this one hard. Her voice, especially at the end, she's carrying that note that she takes her voice just right up like a rocket, and she just carries that last note. Fantastic, fantastic. Like I said, I think the two of them together gave it that real jazzy sound, like you're sitting in a coffee house, drinking a little cup of coffee, smoking a cigarette, and this is being played in the background. That's kind of what this reminds me of. It's just that real slow jazz feel, and then the way that the person was playing the acoustic bass or the stand-up bass, it was just perfect. I mean, I think this was just perfect. She did a fantastic job, and I just marvel at her voice on this. I mean, she just sang it very methodically, very slow, hit every note she did. I mean, just perfect, and she enunciated every word so you could understand everything she was singing. Just a very cool version of this song, and yeah, she gave Janice a run for her money with this version. But now let's see how she performs it 30 years later in 2017. Again, this is live.
summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich, and when you're mice good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. But till that morning, there ain't nothing can harm you. With your daddy and mommy standing by. With your daddy and mommy standing
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. If you watch this one and you watch the previous, she uses the same hand motions. I think that's incredible. 30 years later, and she's using the same hand motions, though she reimagines this song totally different than how she did it 30 years earlier in 1987. This you can tell she really matured in that time and how she approached this song. You know, she started out, she was at a little lower registry, a little bit lower key with the song, and then when she gets into it, she takes off. You know, then she brings in her more higher voice and really takes off, and the crowd loved it. I mean, the crowd went nuts when she did that. And also very minimalistic in the beginning. I thought it was going to be piano all the way through, sort of like the one we saw, the previous one we saw, where it was just the stand up bass. I thought this would just be her and a piano, but when she took off with her voice, all of a sudden bass guitar comes in, electric guitar comes in, drums come in. She gets this whole full band behind her, and she still dominates the song with her voice. Even with this band behind her, she's dominating the song with her voice, and she just kills it. And then when she gets to the end, I thought, okay, she's going to end this a little bit different. She's just going to kind of fade out her voice. But no, she didn't do that. She took her voice up again, and I thought that was pretty cool how she did that. She held that one note at the end. She took her voice up and held that note at the end. I thought that was pretty cool. So again, Sissel doing Summertime, 30 years apart. From 1987, her first performance on TV, to a concert out in the wild here in 2017. And she kicked it both times. Both times she did a marvelous job, even though they were really different interpretations of that song. So I think as she grew, she changed her style a little bit, and she changed the arrangement of some of the songs that she did to make them change with how she was seeing how music should be done. Great versions of this song. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you enjoyed Sissel versus Sissel doing the song Summertime. If you did, hey, why don't you hit that like button? That's the old thumbs up button. Really appreciate that. If you have any comments about Sissel doing Summertime, either these two versions or the many other versions that I saw out on YouTube, put it in the comments below. That'd also be really appreciated. Now I'm going to take a link to both videos and put it in my description below. So if you want to watch both of them again, click on the links. They'll open up and play for you all the way through, and I won't be stopping them this time. I'm also going to put a link to each of the channels that uploaded these videos into YouTube, so you can check out those channels and see what else they have to offer. Now, have you subscribed to Driving with Todd? If you haven't, why don't you do it right now? You have my video open, go below my video, hit that subscribe button, and you'll be making me very happy. If you go over here, ring the bell, you'll get updates to my latest videos. Well, Wikipedia Man, you picked a great song by Sissel, and both versions, killers. They put a big smile on my face. I'm hoping they put a big smile on your face. And peace out, baby.